Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today is Tuesday, so happy Tuesday. The topic for today is I really wanted to talk to everyone about what they've been talking about, stocks and the wealth being transferred in this country. And honestly, I contribute a lot of that to people getting more in touch with their money and how to save their money. So a lot of it's contributed to the fact that people from low incomes are now being more aware and they are educating themselves about how to save, how to invest, and how to budget. And they're learning so much about their own money and themselves and how to keep a lot of that money and invest it and make more money. So probably, I would say 10, 15 years ago, we had more, consumerism. And now that the economy is not so great in our country, our government is completely out of control and they're spending what our country doesn't really have is form of what's in the deficit or whatever. So I think people are being really more aware of where they came from and their roots, and we're seeing a lot of new generational wealth. And I think that's mostly in part because we have people that are understanding that they don't want to be poor forever and they're being intentional with their money. Just like Dave Ramsey talks about money, and he didn't come from money either. So when you have to teach yourself how to handle money and telling your money what to do and where to go instead of your money handling you and just blowing it every single weekend, every dollar that you earned. So by Sunday night, Monday, you're broke for the next week. So living paycheck to paycheck, a lot of families don't want to be there anymore. So they're being very intentional with their money, learning how to budget, how to save, learning the envelope system, the sinking funds. And we have tools that are like no other. 20 years ago, we didn't have these kinds of tools. You couldn't invest in a Robinhood or, an E-Trade 25 years ago. It just didn't happen, So technology has allowed us to invest at our fingertips. So the knowledge that has come about in teaching ourselves. My camera's sliding down, guys. Sorry. So all that knowledge now with the technology that we have has greatly increased the probability that people will do well with the money that they have. So you don't need a huge shovel to get rich. Families are proving this on a daily basis, that all you need to do is be intentional with your money, and a little bit at a time will get you where you want to go. So the wealth transfer doesn't necessarily mean that families are transferring because I'm telling you, 20, 30 years ago, that generation didn't really have a lot of wealth. The trust fund babies, the inheritance, those are all gone. Just like my parents, they don't have any money to leave. My mom's parents had money, and my stepdad's parents had money, but my parents don't have money. They don't have a retirement. They have a savings, but they just didn't believe in the retirement at that time because they had pensions still. They had basically state pensions. So my stepdad retired from the railroad with a pension, and they have disability through the military, things like that. So they didn't need to save for retirement. All those things are gone. Union pensions, they're gone. So, gosh. So trying to save money. So my generation, we basically spent everything that we ever earned. And now that I'm in my 50s, I have to play catch up because there will be no inheritance money coming our way. Some families, yes, but we came from a poor family, so it just didn't happen, so down the line. But families are now changing their futures, changing generational wealth. They are being intentional, so they will have something to pass down to their children. So that's when I think of the transfer of wealth. That's what I think. I don't necessarily believe it's inheritances and things like that. I believe that the transfer of wealth is people being intentional, even people from poor families being intentional and investing. That's where I think that a lot of this is stemmed from, because people don't want to be poor anymore. So they're learning all the tools that will help them get where they want to be. And a lot of people are paying off debt, and they don't want to be in debt anymore because it's like bondage. Like, seriously, it strips you of all your resources, and it just really ties you down. So a lot of people are getting out of debt. They're saving. They're using great budgeting tools. So so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today. And everybody is doing really great. And you guys, even if you are on a really, really tight, low budget, just be intentional with your money and keep doing it, because it honestly works. It will get you where you want to be. So just like us, we're still in a lot of debt, but we've paid off over $70,000 this year. And we've sacrificed a lot, but it can happen. And we have a little bit of an emergency fund, and we're setting money aside in our sinking funds, and we're being more disciplined on our groceries. And it all really is like a great wheel, and it all has to work together instead of trying to fight, spend indiscriminately and then try to find money to pay your bills after you're done shopping and all that kind of thing. So I just want to talk about that today. And you guys, the greatest tool that you guys will ever have is your income. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay diligent. You guys are doing great out there. Catch you on the next one.